time, you and I. Show me what you do for me. You and me. Will I don't try to hide your nature. No, no girl could never rate you. There'll never be a better love. There'll never be a better pray to the one you're relying. I've been wondering all day. I tried to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. I tried to get by, but I'm burning. And behind my mind, it runs. All these thoughts have trouble me. Fighting to give up my pain. Fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life, then it tries to take me out. Tell you what I need, right? Yeah. I might be falling deep. 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 Tell me now what you need. I've been going to God when I'm all in my mind. I might be falling deep. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Send me a love that you cannot mix. One is the joy that you cannot waste, and the other one price that you cannot fix. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Finding a way when you cannot see. Man with this system, he cannot pray. I need to find release. But behind my mind, it runs. All these thoughts have trouble me. Finding to give up my pain. Finding to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life, then it tries to take me out. Tell you what I need, right? Yeah, I really need my love. I really need to free my love. I really need your love. I need to free my mind now. I really need your love. I really need to free my love. I really need your love. Oh, yeah.
Brandy, Dog Child, Ace Kid, all I'm on the rise. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I went from Ellie Hansen to mini mansions. The girls in the Uber doing belly dancing. Spent half of my advancing, jaws from Branson. And make it through my circumstances. But you know I'm wiser now. Move like Kaiser now. Got a butter soft leather just to hide my pound. Got a house in the valley, come and find me now. Got enough dough to buy the town. So I might give a 6 to my chick, Benz to my mom's. Crib so big it look like the Synagogue. Give her a couch just to spill Henny on. And been a dawn since Lotto's and Benetton.
People say that I'm not the same girl. They say I think that I'm in my own world. What makes them think that I have changed? Yeah. I let her talk and now they raise my problems. People like you, I have to try and solve them. Yes, everything is quite the same. Whoa, I'm just trying to be me. Do what I gotta do. People think that I'm sitting on top of the world. I'm just trying to be me. Do what
clue me in. So you got to tell me right now, either you're with the cats who make the hits or the one that see the chips.
Slow down, Mace, you're killing me.
But don't stop it. What's the use of buying a wait if I'ma have to chop it? I used to love the lady till I learned the logic. She only mess with Mace, so the money ain't no object. If it ain't Chris, he won't pop it. If it ain't platinum with ice, he won't rock it. If it don't cost 60, he don't drop it. If it don't come with TVs, he don't cop it. Nigga, stop it. Yeah, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's your thing. It's your thing. Do what you wanna do now. I can't tell you who to sock it to. All right. Lord have mercy. It's your thing. Do what you wanna do. Ooh, I can't tell you who to sock it to. Hit the band. It's your thing. Yeah, do what you wanna do. Ooh, I can't tell who to sock it to. I'm not trying to run your life. I know you wanna do what's right. I'll give your love, girl, to whoever you choose. How can you lose with the stuff you use now? It's your thing. Do what you wanna do. I can tell you who to sock it to. It's your thing. Yeah, do what you wanna do. Don't let me tell you who to sock it to. Let me hear you say it's not things.
Sitting in my room, she walked up in my face, said, "This is the place. Used to meet you right here in Noon. This is Heartbreak Hotel. Welcome to Heartbreak Hotel. So this is Heartbreak Hotel. This place is Heartbreak Hotel. I hope it's dead. She thought that I had cheated for another lover. I turned my back to see that I'm undercover. Now I can't convince this girl there ain't no other. Someone's evil to hurt my soul. Every smile's a trial that it began to hurt me. This is killing me. Then the man next door had told she's been in tears for 15 years. This is we came to this place where the vicious slept. Found that wicked women run the strange hotel. It was separate and Sue, and my baby said love is through. This is Heartbreak Hotel. Welcome to Heartbreak Hotel. So evil Heartbreak Hotel. This place is Heartbreak Hotel. Someone got my heart. This is Heartbreak Hotel.
Good afternoon, ladies. We're about to start the program in a few minutes. So make sure everyone is seated. We're about to start the program in a few minutes.
Feels so good to be alive. Got all my family by my side. Couldn't wipe this black off if I tried. That's why I lift my head with pride. I got a million miles on me. They want to see how far I'll go. The path was never made with gold. We worked and built this on our own. And can't nobody knock it till they try. This is hustle for honor. Look how we've been fighting to stay alive. So when we win, we will have pride. Do you know how much we have cried? How hard we had to fight. It feels so good. All my sisters by my side. I got all my sisters by my side. Black off if I try. Black off if I try. I lift my head with pride. Now we're sitting on top of the world again. I got a million miles on me. They want to see how far I'll go.
Ladies, let's welcome our President Melanie Campbell and Christina Q.
I should be recording this.
You shake it, baby. Electric lady,
Hello, ladies. I know I have on one earring, so get that out of the way. Just get that out of the way. Like one on. And I said, look ahead. Welcome, ladies, to our Women and Girls Empowerment Luncheon. How's it been going? I tell you, who has not shopped? The ladies out there are really feeling the love, and so I want to thank you all. And we know it's tough for everybody, but you know we can decide to buy some earrings and buy some red bottoms or some whatsoever. So between buying a pair of earrings and red bottoms, whether you sit in the middle of that, and just bring us a little bit in there. Thank you for that. And so we're going to move right along because we are starting a little bit later than we had planned. Bring Christina Q,
convener of the South Carolina Black Women's Roundtable up, former staff of the National.
bring inspiration and opening prayer.
Good afternoon, Black Women's Roundtable. So I wanted to do just something a little bit different with the inspiration this morning, since I was voluntold by our fearless leader, Melanie Campbell.
and I was trying to ask for permission. She was like, that's inspiration. Don't ask me. I was like, okay, got it. So I just was writing down, as we've been going through the days, I've been writing down just like things I've heard in a few of our sessions that just resonated with me. In the opening prayer, I heard, silence is not protection. Let us not give into the illusion of being powerless. It's the descendants of slaves who must play a role in saving our democracy. People don't understand the weight of having to wait. And what have you done with your freedom? And then my sister Siobhan, I'm paraphrasing, but she's my big sister, so I'm paraphrasing. I was too busy saying amen and hallelujah. But what she was talking about was don't doubt God in the midst of the storm. And remember to keep your composure. He created the storm and the boat, and even the winds have to obey him. So just because God was sleeping doesn't mean he's not still working. So we can trust God even with this. Amen? So it is my hope and my prayer that you have all been encouraged, you've been inspired, and you are feeling empowered to continue the incredible work that God has called all of us to in this moment. Amen.
Thank you, Christina. And so we're going to have a couple of roundtable conversations with a few of our conveners to just talk about, with all that we have done over the last few days, what they think we should be really focusing in on as we leave this place. Because, say, strategy. This has been about strategy and organizing and empowering each other. So I'm going to bring up the first round for a brief discussion. Reverend Dr. Judith C. Moore, convener of the Greater Pittsburgh Western PA Black Women's Roundtable, founder, Sisters Saving Ourselves Now. Robin Shine Maddox, convener, Philadelphia Black Women's Roundtable. Stephanie Williams, convener, Kalamazoo, Michigan, Black Women's Roundtables, Mothers of Hope. Tamika Ramsey Brown, convener, Metro Detroit, Pontiac, Black Women's Roundtable. Cassandra Welchland. Cassandra still here? I think Cassandra left. Cassandra Welchland, Mississippi. Didn't they leave? They had to leave? Yeah, right. All right, let's get started. All right. Thanks, Lisa. Everyone have a mic? All right, ladies, how you doing?
Good.
Hello, hello. Hey, girl, hey, girl, hey, girl. Say, hey, girl, hey. Hey, girl, hey. So, ladies, we have been on this journey. It always seems like 5 days is a long time till we're getting ready to be going home. This time tomorrow, we'll be on planes, trains, automobiles, mopeds, or whatever way you got here. So I just want to first start off to say, what is the one thing that you have already taken away that you didn't come here with that you can take back in your state to continue the work of the Black Women's Roundtable?
Hi,
And I'll say one or two.
Tamika Ramsey Brown, Michigan. I think for us it is the importance of health in everything that we do. I think sometimes we compartmentalize because that's how we get through life. But if we compartmentalize our physical, mental, and emotional from everything else, we will die. We will literally die. So I think we need to understand that our health is a part of this work. And in order to do this work, we have to focus on our health.
Hi, my name is Robin Shine Maddox from the city of Philadelphia. Brotherly love and sisterly affection. Listen, one of the things that really resonated and what I took away with is the importance of collaboration. There's strength in numbers. And being here, I got here early, real early, like Tuesday early. I didn't want to miss it. And I have found the love and the joy and the inspiration and the information that was shared willingly and how important that is amongst our sisters from all over here in these yet to be United States. And so for me, it's all about collaboration.
Yes, I'm very honored to be able to be here again this year. And one of the things I'm so excited about is it feels like the atmosphere is even more collective, that you could share your own personal story. I don't share my story with nobody, but I felt compelled and comfortable to be able to share that. So I thank you all for that.
Thank you, Melanie. So I was going to say the same thing. One is listening to other women's stories and taking that information back. My grandmother raised me to, everywhere I go, to take a black woman with you. Either buy from her and wear her products, tell her stories, share, refer, and all of that. So being able to learn the experiences and be able to share that outward. And then I'm also going to lean into the self-care, making sure that as we are out here doing the day-to-day work, dealing with the microaggressions and all of that stuff, we have to learn how to breathe. We have to learn how to just settle ourselves and center ourselves and be intentional about everything.
Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna go even a little bit deeper. Like, you know, they always say black women can't get along, right? Y'all feeling that? No. I'm not feeling that. No. So what I would ask is, what other ways can we could do the work all day long, but what other ways would you like to see that we can kind of build community amongst the sisters to make that even stronger bond? Just, you know, one or two thoughts. It can start with anybody.
I think keeping the lines of communication open. I hear oftentimes people will say, well, I didn't say nothing because she didn't look approachable. Well, all of us are, if you know each other's heart, our struggle, our culture, and where we come from, I hope that every woman and girl here today leaves comfortable with saying hello, giving a hug, approaching somebody new, introducing yourself, and be the proud black woman with your head held high and see another black woman as the same.
Anybody want to talk?
Yeah, I would say that it would be really nice that when the speakers are here and the various contacts are made, we kind of lose contacts with everybody, and it's our intention to keep the dialogue going. But if we can find a way that the person who walked up to me and say, hey, listen, I want to collaborate with you on storytelling, that we have that listing of each other, what we do, you know, so that we can continue our conversation with each other.
I would like to just add on to that as well, and that is I would put a challenge out to all of us, because I know there's at least one person we have met, someone who we didn't know before, and so this week, here's the challenge, that you reach out to that person and say, hey, I'm so glad to have met you at the Black Women's Roundtable Conference. Just one, right? And that will continue to foster that relationship and conversation, at whether you call or text, email.
Who's going to do that? Who met someone new? Hard for me to see. So your challenge for those who didn't raise your hand, to meet somebody that you didn't know. You have the rest of today. You actually have the whole day off until tonight. And if y'all notice, we're starting earlier with the Sisters Award. So then that way, if y'all want to hang in the bar like you did last night, you don't have to go to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I would say this is my 10th BWR Summit that I have attended. And when I walked in the room the first time, I was in shock and awe, and I wilted, because I'm like, these women are powerful and amazing. And what Melanie said, she was like, girl, get up there. Like, you are one of us. And from that day on, I knew that when I'm in a room of Black women, all of y'all are my sisters. And I look at sister relationships in two beautiful ways. What Melanie and Sister Judy, I love their relationship because Sister Judy be giving it to Melanie all the time. And I'm like, I be like, yes, thank you, because I can't say that. But at the end of the day, they sisters, right? And sometimes you got to say something to your sister that might hurt her feelings, might make you uncomfortable, that y'all don't want to hear, but you know it's said in love.
Yes.
You know, in correction. It's a difference. And I say all the time, I want to make sure that me and my sisters are just like this. And that's why all of us in this room are sisters. We going to correct each other in private and praise each other in public all the time.
And that's important. Praise each other in public. Challenge each other in private.
Love that. That's all right. That was good.
All right now.
Praise
Amen.
each other in public.
Say it again.
Challenge each other in private.
Yes.
And that is critical that we do that. We are under assault.
My God.
The last thing we need to do is assault each other. And if you make that error, just correct it. Because if we sisters, because we fight all the time, anyway, we ain't going to get into that. I listen sometimes. I tell me whatever wrong with me, y'all raised me. I'm the youngest. So whatever it is. Last thing, because we are under attack, what are the things that you think as a force? Say Black Women's Roundtable is a force.
Black Women Roundtable is a force
that we need to be doing over these next few months, because we are under attack in so many ways. What is one or two, quickly, things that you think we need to do as a force to deal with the election, to deal with the resistance, to deal with the fact that we are under assault and attack in ways that our generation has not had to live before?
I will say a lot of people look to us for leadership, and I believe it was Senator Alsobrook said that we get tired, but we don't get tireless. Like, we cannot stop. So when you get tired, lean on your sister. That's what we here for. But when I did it. I quit, right? Kamala didn't win. I quit, right? And then Melanie was like, okay, you got to come back to work. We cannot stop. I had quit. I was like, but y'all said we was going to let it burn. And Melanie was like, well, it burned enough. Now get your ass back to work. And I did too, right? We can't quit. We can get tired, but we cannot quit. So I just want y'all to know that even when you get tired and you feel defeated, we are not defeated. We just tired, take a nap, and get your ass up and go back to work.
I think we really need to continue to be true to ourselves and realize that we do fall down, but guess what? We get right back up again. And we have to stand, and having done all to stand, we must stand. And we have to reach down deep and be confident and courageous, as they say, 10 toes down, right? And we call on our sisters and say, hey, I ain't feeling it today, I quit, right? And then you have a Melanie, and you have a Dr. Judy, and you have others out there that said, okay, I got you, sis. And we got to literally sometimes lock arms, excuse me, baby. We got to lock arms, and we got to raise each other up. So yeah, we do fall down, but guess what? We get back up again.
I'm just kind of tickled because the Pittsburgh, Western Pennsylvania group that's here with me today.
Pittsburgh in the house. Western PA.
One of them said to me, she said, are we getting another bus and going on another bus tour? I'm like, mm-mm.
Yeah, we are.
I guess, yeah, we are, aren't we? But, so thank you for your words of saying, you know, we quit, but we got to get back up. So thank you, Dr. Long, for reminding me our work is never done.
Melanie, I think I would say center yourself first. be intentional, and most importantly, be prepared. And then we also got to realize that when we're in spaces like this, not only are we networking and meeting other folks, we're getting tools. Use your tools. We don't have to go it alone, and we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We have resources. We have sister leaders. We have faith leaders. And we got tools. Use all of your tools, okay? And then lastly, I'm going to say, go spend your money with black folks. You talked about uplifting people and supporting people. Every year, I save money just to shop right here with black women. Not the mall. So if we really want to do what we can do to be uplifted and support others, keep our money in our communities, and continue to protect ourselves, our children, and our families, but always use your tools, all your tools.
We're gonna close here, but I want to say something that I wasn't going to say. Now, y'all heard about the Target fast? It's on, it's off. Let me suggest this: if you don't want to shop at Target, do not. But do not spend all your time trying to critique one way or the other, who right, who wrong, and that's the enemy. Yes. Right? I'm not shopping. I didn't stop shopping at Target because of anybody. I stopped shopping at Target because I heard them white folks say that they were going to stop doing diversity, equity, inclusion, and I stopped shopping at the Target right up the street from my house. So I just want, because what I'm seeing, and I said I wasn't going to say nothing, if you either you shop there or you not shop there. More importantly, shop your money where people give a doggone about you. Because what's happening with this narrative that we can tend to get into is so easy because we're manipulated by it. It's algorithms. Where's yours, Lynette? Right? And they will take a piece and they see that we pissed off each other a little bit in the community and they will run with it. Which is part of how some people didn't vote in 2024. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Melanie Campbell said it. I don't care if it's out there, but that's how I feel about it. Okay? All right, let's take a picture.
Ellie Hansen, the mini mansion. Advancing. Soft leather. Might give a 6 to. And been a dawn since Lotto's and Benetton.
Give our conveners a round of love. Woo! All right. Next. Oh, I guess you took the PowerPoint out. Okay. Next, we will hear from our next discussion, Keturah Butler-Reed, co-convener, Louisiana Black Women's Roundtable. Helen Butler, Executive Director, Georgia Coalition for the People's Agenda. Honorable Sheila Tyson, convener, Alabama Black Women's Roundtable, Alabama Coalition on Black Civic Participation. Letitia Jackson, convener, South Alabama Black Women's Roundtable. And last and certainly not least, Robin Williams, co-convener, Maryland Black Women's Roundtable, also board member and chair of the Labor Roundtable, NAACP.
I like to do it till you holler for more. I like to reggae, but you dance too fast for me. I like to make love to you, so you can make me scream. Oh, yeah, woman.
All right, ladies. All right. So I'm gonna start off a different way with you all. So how y'all doing? Y'all look cute.
Good.
Y'all look really cute. Aren't we cute? Hey, tell your neighbor, aren't you cute? Tell your neighbor, you cute. So ladies, I'm gonna flip it on this conversation, get to the organizing part of it first. So what should we be doing from an organizing perspective to make sure we maximize the Black women's vote in our leadership in this 2026 election? What should we be doing? I'm gonna let whoever wants to start first.
Okay, great. Well, thank you, Melanie, for hosting this again this year. Man, it's been bad, right? So much information, Melanie. And so as soon as we go back, we need to understand that we need to mobilize the vote. And we have the tools to do it. We have the information, got so much information here. We went to lobby our legislators with the issues. We have our report that we need to refer to when we're talking to people about the issues that we care about, the data information that was presented by P.D. Talley and Avis, that data information, we're going to get that information so we know what our people are thinking and what's going to push us to the poll. And more importantly, Melanie, we must understand right now that none of us are spectators. None of us. You did not come up over here to Virginia to find out what's happening with the Black Women's Roundtable. We are all activists. We are all leaders, and we are all obligated and responsible for getting out the Black vote for this midterm election.
Anyone?
Well, as in Alabama, you know, we do not have early voting. So we have our probate judge is a Black woman, first time ever in office, and she was a part of Black Women Roundtable. And she is going after the votes that really hadn't voted in the last 2 or 3 elections. So she made sure she sent them extra mail-outs and extra change of information. That's including their address and their phone number. So it's little extra things if you really go and try that you really can. And then we turn around, we went to the Secretary of State and asked them for the purge list, where they purged way over 400,000 people from the voting roster. And the probate judge also requested the list, and she's sending them mail-outs and reminding them that they need to update their voters file. So we are hoping that'll pull all the ones in that was purged.
Yep. Thank you, ma'am.
So I'll add to that in saying that we have to stop suffering in silence. I'm guilty of it as well. I know every women and all, but a lot of times we forget that the issues that we face, they might rank differently per state, but the skills that we have are transferable across the country. So when we're thinking about strategy, it means that we should be sharing it with each other. And we also have to be extremely transparent with one another with our capacity and with our bandwidth. There are a lot of times where we feel like everything just falls on us, and it should never fall on us. We should have to say, you know what, I know I said that I was going to order the pizza today because the other day I was supposed to order pizza for all the delegation, but I had to delegate that. I was like, I need to take a nap. Like, oh, I'm about to pass out over here. So can you do this for me? And that's a small thing, but there's a lot of times where we are making promises and we can't keep them. And that's leaves a bad taste on community because they feel like, well, you can't keep your promises on the small things, then how can we depend on you, or how can I trust and follow you to lead us to victory in saving our democracy if you can't be honest and transparent with me? So we have to make sure that we're being transparent with each other. And then when you see someone's failing or you see somebody is being overwhelmed, help your sister out. Because maybe they're too ashamed to say that they can't do it. And maybe they don't know that you have the capacity to help as well. So we have to be transparent. We have to understand our own capacities, but we also have to make sure that we're sharing the strategies that we know is work. If I know it worked over here, let me go try that out. Maybe it's a different issue. We might have changed the issue. Maybe it was reproductive justice over here. Maybe it's EJ over here. But the skills work no matter what.
Well, Mel, I think I agree with everything everyone has said, but the critical thing to me is we've got to educate. We've got to know. And once you know, you've got a lot of information here today or this week. What we've got to do is transfer that back to your neighborhood, mobilizing and educating block by block. You can't just keep it within yourself, but you got to educate everyone to be engaged in this process. You've got to pull 10 people with you. You can't go to the polls alone. You've got to make sure you get everybody in your neighborhood. First, start with your family. Start with your family. Make sure everyone in your family is participating. I mean, active, registered, educated, know who to vote for, how to vote, when to vote, and do that, and how to get to voting. So we want them to know everything they need to know to be able to really cast that ballot so that we can make our communities better. We can elect people like Sheila, like a candidate like Letitia, that you can get people that understand our issues, no matter what they are, and they can implement on it, but hold them accountable to whatever they say they're going to do. So we're going to organize, we're going to mobilize, educate, and we're going to protect that right to vote.
Thank you, Helen. I say, are you vote ready? So make sure, I think there was a QR code, Ebony, guys, make sure you put that back up before we leave so folks can, if you didn't sign up for that, please do so before you leave.
So I think from an organizing perspective, I think we need to make sure that we are meeting our voters and our constituents where they are and making sure that we are talking to them about the issues that are important to them and connect those issues with the policies that are happening today so that they have a reason to vote. One of the things that we found out in Alabama, especially with that 2nd Congressional District and a study that was done by the Brennan Center, is that when our voters have a reason to vote, when they know that there is an actual reason and that's going to impact their lives, they turn out and they vote. We have to show them what those reasons are and how they impact and connect to their lives. The other thing that I'd like for us to see us do from a Black Women's Roundtable perspective, I was thinking about it as the first panel was sitting up here. I think I would love for us to be able to start going to each other's cities and communities where we're already working and work together, like a day for everybody to come to Alabama, a day for everybody to go to Georgia, a day for everybody to go to Ohio, or for us to work together
and share our resources and show that connectivity, and then see the work on the ground that we're doing. We come together in DC, but if we could come together on the ground in our various cities and states, I think that would be very powerful.
I like that. Now, we know we have to organize this vote, but folks are losing their jobs. They're losing if they have issues with feeding their families. So you hear people talk about mutual aid a lot, right, and getting involved. And so how we navigate, you may already be doing that. Some of y'all know you already are. A lot of y'all know you already are. But how do we also meet the need and share what ways you do that in meeting the need? And just briefly, because we have our Black Youth Vote panel, I want to make sure they have plenty of time. But how do we meet the need? Because one of the things we're hearing a lot in Europe is like, and some of the research is, that Petey and Ava share, people, want to know how to deal, and they're working inwardly. I'm just going to take care of me and my family, and how do we, as a network of sisters, leaders, address those needs? Well, we know that if people do not turn out, this is not like, okay, this is the worst, this is the most important election of a lifetime. They're trying to kill us. So part of that, trying not to get killed, is to vote. But then if I'm starving, or I can't get to my health care anymore, all these other things that impact my life, or I'm worried about getting my family getting deported. I'm worried about the cops shooting me, and I'm worried about ICE killing me. All these things are coming at us, right? I don't ever remember having this much to deal with in trying to encourage people to own one part of their power lever, which is the vote.
Right.
That's a lot I said, but just if we could,
Melanie.
Start.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll start.
Okay.
So one of the things I was thinking about as you were saying that is kind of how we all worked during COVID, right? During COVID, organizations came together, particularly in Alabama. We had the Ordinary People Society that generally feeds food. My husband runs a community garden, Aunt Katie's Community Garden. We had our Panhellenic Society. Everybody came together to provide those resources and things that people needed that you can't buy with food stamps. You can't buy toilet paper and paper towels and face masks and hand sanitizer, those kinds of things, but then you still got to eat as well. So I would like to see us, one of the things that we're going to be doing in our area is doing more of understanding the basic needs of the people in our communities and help to meet those needs. People are losing jobs. People need help with paying their rent. There are lots of things that happen, but we have to do like we did back when we were growing up in McRae homes. If Miss Sue had some flour and Miss Amy had some sugar and somebody else had some milk, we had a cake, some eggs, we could eat some rice over here. We have to do more of that, pulling our resources together and using them together, filling gaps together so that everybody doesn't need to buy sugar. I'll buy the sugar, you buy the flour, and we come together and we make a cake. We need to do more of that.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Sheila. So out of the more than 300,000 black women that lost their jobs because of the federal cutbacks and the federal government laying people off, forcing people to retire early, 220,000 of those black women live in the state of Maryland. So one, we must understand the resources that are available. We, as leaders, we must understand the resources that are available to those that lost their jobs. So as we do these pantries and we work with our churches and our other community organizations to make sure people are fed or people have supplemental income, some of the state governments are providing resources for those people that lost their jobs and are in need. So we need to understand the resources that are available in our state, county, and local governments First, we need to do that so we can share that information, because now what we're going to do, what we have to do is help people to navigate this new system that we're living in. People are losing their health care, insurance, the premiums are going up. Our seniors are being impacted because we really do no longer have affordable health care legislation in this country. So we must understand that there is no more affordable health care in this country. So how do we navigate that? First, we have to see if our county have resources. Are there still free clinics that our people can go to? In one of the workshops that we did today, Melanie, and let me say, those breakout sister circles, Melanie, thank you so much for providing that space.
And I'm going to say Ebony and Q for pulling it together and y'all answering the call.
That space.
Those of y'all who facilitated, raise your hand. Many facilitated, and you all answered the call.
Yes.
And I kind of like doing it that way,
Yes,
because it allows for everybody in here has something to bring. And a lot of times you go to conferences and then everything's already laid out and you don't really know who else is in there. So if y'all like that, we're going to try to figure out how to do it a little differently. But I actually do like the more organic way. Now, you got to know what you're doing when you get in there. I haven't heard anything different, right? And our conveners provide names, but then when we have a gap, many of y'all stepped up. So I'm going to thank the conveners, Ebony and Q, for doing the legwork around getting them. If I miss somebody else that helped, I can't see you. Okay.
In Alabama, we give to the needy the less out of all the states. You know, even our welfare is you're going to get $500 and some dollars. I don't care if you got 17 children. That's all you're going to get. We get the less food stamps and all that. So we've been had a resource list about 22 years ago. We compiled a resource list. But when all of this, when COVID started, all the opera money and all of that came down, we added to our list, and the ones that wasn't working, they stopped the program, we took them off. So we have an updated resource list that we keep in our community for our people, but we always do surveys. If you're in an underserved neighborhood, if we at the grocery store, we mount up at the grocery stores, we do surveys so we can meet the need. We make sure we check their voters registration while they're there. We compile their needs, and we put it in a category with what elected official you need to vote for. Because if you sure you want a representative to write bills and pass laws that will affect you and make sure that you don't go to jail, you got to vote for these people in Montgomery because they the one creating the laws. You know, you want your house torn, a regular house in your neighborhood need to be torn down, you need to vote for a mayor and a city council. You don't come and ask me for it because that ain't my job, it ain't what I do. Make sure they know what public officials hold, what position, and what they can do to help them. So we educate them on that. And we do texts. We do text out. We have partnered with several organizations. Like we're getting ready to do a protest on the 20th of March. We're going to text everybody. Everybody.
About the
and
water
we want them about the water. And we want them down there on First Avenue. And we're going to let them see how many people that bills that they are garnishing these folks checks for $30,000 water bills. You got to make them see that you're going to be next.
And I will say this about water. I know we got to hurry. Is that if you don't control your water, if your local government doesn't control your water, you are in real trouble. Yeah. And a lot of times we don't connect the dots to public utilities, right? And being able to understand what happened. And where's, Georgia's sitting right here. Y'all just elected two people to Public Service Commission. Those are the kind of positions that are really going to affect our day-to-day. So those are some of the things I think that just triggered me to think about that. One last point, Sheila, or are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
And I'll add to that, more so to echo the points of you all. Resourcing is extremely important. A lot of times people don't have the opportunity because they just didn't know about it. So if you have access, then it then becomes your duty to make sure that at least people know about it. But even more than that, something that I know I've had to do for a lot of people who have just lost jobs or are trying to find a job, I used to create like an Excel sheet where I would list out, like, how do you get a job? And I would list out the organizations, list out the jobs, list out the locations, list out, just things that you might want to know. But also that's something that I had to share with other people because they didn't even know how to do that. Also helping people with their resumes, helping people when they're actually going to interviews, because sometimes they just weren't prepared. So how do we prepare others to show up as their best selves when they are in the face of getting a job? But then the other part is the long-term versus the short-term strategy of it all. Some of us, we need to be pushing for that long-term strategy of legislation and minimum wage and raising and all of these opportunities to protect us. And then the short term sometimes becomes like many of you were saying, we're not waiting on anyone else to come save us. We're saving ourselves. So we are the ones who are making sure that we're doing the community gardens. We are the ones who are bringing mobile grocery markets. Years ago in an area called Lafayette, I was working with some partners, and we had a mobile grocery market where they had all of these different vegetables and fruits, and we lowered the prices. So instead of it being like $5, it was 20 cents for the community. Because sometimes people feel like they want to pay for something that's just not a handout, but we're going to make sure that it's such a discounted rate, and we're working with the farmers markets to do that. So sometimes it really just looks like coalition. How do we broker a deal so that we reduce the cost? Maybe it's a sliding scale fee, but whatever it is that we can get to supplement. The babies were talking about it yesterday. They were talking about child care. They 13 and 17 and 16. And the ultimate solution was we had to save ourselves. So how do we broker a deal with daycares so that people can have, access for their youth? So just thinking about, it's so much that we have to do. It's a lot of work, but there's someone who's already doing it. But it's up to you to share it. Maybe you're not the one who creates it, but you have to share it so that no one else is hurting if you have something for them.
Well, Mel,
last word.
the last word for me is I'm going to share what my Black Youth Fellows do. They actually, at first, bought some towers. Then they started making their own towers to grow vegetables hydroponically or whatever else you call it. And they are now teaching their colleagues, whether they're in high school or in college, how to make the towers, how to grow the vegetables, and to give them away. That's what they are doing. So I am going to tell them, I know they probably already do this, I just don't know it, but because I went to the AI session this morning, I'm going to have AI help them write out the directions and the instructions so we can easily give them to more people. So it won't take all of their time. They can really do other things. But that is the kind of thing that we're doing. And what I like about you, Mel, and the Black Women's Roundtable is that this is intergenerational. We are training the new leaders. They are already leaders, but we're giving them some advice to do it a little bit better.
All right, thank you. Can we give our star leaders a hand?
My girl's like candy, a candy tree. She knocks me high up off my feet. She's so fine, as can be. I know this girl is just for me. Candy girl, you are my world. You look so sweet, you're a special treat. Candy girl, all I want to say, when you're with me, you're brighten up my day.
All right, how y'all doing? And so now, Couture, you might as well come back up here. Okay. So we wanted to make sure that every convener, y'all know how I am. Every convener was able to share their thoughts in various ways. And so we want to make sure that in the other conveners in the room, I would just want to stand up and just so I can see you. Other state conveners. Solange Benton from Florida, Black Women's Roundtable. Is that Dawn Stewart from Guyana, Black Women's Roundtable? P.D. Talley, I think I see over there, Ohio. Of course, have I missed anybody? Conveners? What was that? Michigan. But both of y'all was up here. But now here's the treat, because we are intergenerational, right? And so we can't be serious about that if we don't hear from our younger sister leaders. And so we've got two ways that we're doing that this year. We can make some changes with some requests that were made. My understanding that the girls track want to do their presentation tonight. And my understanding that the Black Youth Vote leaders wanted to do it and keep it at lunchtime. So we just followed those requests. No, I'm not saying any. See, you did something that I should be worried about. Okay. Turn it over to our sister Couture, who will lead the conversation with our Black Youth Vote coordinators. And where's Daryl? We got our national Black Youth Vote coordinator here who has been supporting the sisters. And then I want to make sure that before we leave here, we lift up some of our, because some of y'all may be leaving, I want to make sure that we do some acknowledgement at the end of this session. Okay.
All right. Thank you for that, Melanie. So first, I want to start by saying I had an opportunity to do a training with the girls track yesterday, and they're some of the most brilliant and amazing young people I've ever met. They are so deep. They was out here talking about gentrification and colorism and creating strategies, and I was like, dang, I wish I had somebody to teach me how to do all this stuff. So first, I just wanted to, give a special shout out to them. But now I'm gonna invite some of our Black Youth Vote coordinators up here. Sequoia Howard, woo woo, from Michigan. Amari Williams from Kalamazoo. Woo woo. Jakayla Lipsy, Kalamazoo. Nelsa Grant, Florida. And last but not least, from my home state, Jada Jeffrey. Woo! All right, and while they're coming up here, rock, do the pretty girl, rock. And I need some, some hyping up from the crowd. I'm just gonna say that now, because it takes a lot for these young folk to get up here and do what they doing. So we gonna shout them up, we gonna hype them up. All right, now first I wanna say that in this kind of work, you have to wear multiple hats. So I think one of the reasons, I'm sure this is one of the reasons why Melanie asked me to do this, moderate for this panel. One of my other roles is, of course, I'm the National Training and Campaign Manager for Youth and College, NAACP. So I'm very happy to be leading this conversation with you all. And I've seen so many brilliant Black folk doing the work, but y'all are doing the work, and I've seen it. I've seen how much you all have grown as well. I've been coming for so just kind of seeing you all, just thriving, it just excites me. So I just want to, special shout out to y'all. All right. Now, first, I want to start with this question. for anyone can, start us off. What are the biggest issues impacting communities and young people in your state? And that could look like education, voting access, like just kind of ground us in what it is that you're seeing for these demographics.
Hello? Okay. Hi, guys. So yesterday we had a pleasure to go see our Senate, and we were able to bring some girls this year, and they were able to ask them like one question about issues that they're having in our community. And one of the main issues is healthcare. And it's so crazy that our young ladies are worried about healthcare at such a young age. I don't know about anybody else, but I had older parents growing up, and I had to take care of my parents. And a lot of these ladies are taking care of their parents while also trying to get their education and, just live a young life. So that's definitely one of our main issues for sure.
I don't know. Oh, my name is Sequoia. The biggest issue in my community is voting rights, like actually knowing your voting rights. Because there's so much misinformation on social media that people, they just run with it and go with it, and it's instead of actually doing their own research. But that's why we're trying to get more active into like our high schools and middle schools so that they can understand why it's so important.
Yeah, keep that energy up.
Hi, everybody. I'm so grateful to be back here once again this year. My name is Amira Williams, and I am a Black Youth Vote coordinator from Kalamazoo, Michigan. I do think that one of the biggest issues that we're facing right now among our youth is a lot of them are preparing to graduate from high school right now, and they don't have a clear vision of what their career pathway is going to be. I've heard a lot of youth back home in my own community, and even here since we've been here this week, they're really, a lot of them are interested in going into the medical field. Of course, like, dealing with healthcare and things like that. But we're going through an era right now where they're being discouraged from obtaining their nursing degrees and nursing certificates. And I know in my community, the quality of healthcare is not the best. And I'm sure it's around, like the country and things of that sort. And I know we cannot afford to have so many youth discouraged from going into our medical field. Because in a few years, I don't know no hospital that can run without nurses. So we definitely want to keep them focused on entrepreneurship. We want to keep them focused on financial literacy. We're trying to teach them about financial literacy and stability. And if they can't see that, it makes it all the more harder for us to get them more geared towards their duty and civic participation as well.
And, woo! And to add to that, a lot of that with the nurses is to do with like the big ugly bill and it not being considered now a professional degree.
Yes.
So that is the problem. I'm gonna shift over here.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jada Jeffrey. I'm the Black Youth Vote coordinator from Louisiana. I'm trying to keep my accent down to a minimum so y'all understand what I'm saying. However, if you know anything about Louisiana, it's quite frequently called the bottom. I'm actually from the bottom in Baton Rouge, the bottom of the bottom, the bottomest, if you will. Anyway, so every issue, economic issues, political issues, voter efficacy, all of these issues impact our youth in different ways. And I will say the biggest is they make us choose between things that we love and things that we need. And there's not that many things that we love. Prime example, I go to Southern University Law Center, I'm a 1L, and you know we love homecoming at HBCUs, right? So why are they putting homecoming the same day as Election Day? When Southern University has the largest polling location, the only polling location in the majority Black area of Baton Rouge, our capital city. So when we get the voter rolls and we see that we have the lowest voter turnout that we've had since the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, we're sitting here wondering why. because you're making our young people choose between what we love, the very little that we get back from our city, and what we need to do. So that divide and making them choose is very, very ugly.
Whoop, 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 whoop. From my hometown.
Hi everyone, my name is Nelsa. I'm from Florida. This is my first time here. I got blessed with the opportunity to be here for the first time, but what I want to touch on is back on education, but life before graduation. Like, everybody puts in these implements. We have minorities in schools, but like they're doing that to just silence us and it's not doing anything. You still feel separated in schools. Children are our future, and we should be uplifting them to understand that you don't have to do that. You don't have to just take it and be silenced just because they gave it to you. You can do more. You will do more, because that's what the future is supposed to be. You're building paths for yourselves. They're taking out our history in school. They're taking out scholarships for Black people. As a Black woman that is still in high school, I don't have as much opportunities as I will as a person that's not the same color of my skin. I won't be able to get these scholarships, grants, and programs just because I look the way I look. They're gonna read my transcript and see, oh, that's a Black woman. I'm gonna go with the next choice. That's just the world we live in general. And for children to understand that, they don't have to take that. They are more capable and more mindful than what they know because of what they're being taught. They're not gonna sit and say, oh, I'm not gonna do this because I don't know where I'm going. That's where we go from guidance to understanding to helping them to reach the levels that they need to be at right now.
Okay, Florida. Girl, that was deep.
So now we've kind of talked a lot about the issues that we're facing, what you all are seeing on the ground. But in the spirit of trying to get to the motivation of it all, because this can be very exhausting, it can be overwhelming, especially many of you, whether y'all are in school, you're in law school, like you have children, thinking about all these other factors. So what keeps you going in the sense of, like, you've seen wins? Like, what are the wins that you all are seeing, and what works in your states?
I'll start. I'm gonna say what keeps me going. I have a Tamika in my life, and when I was when I was growing up, I did not have a Tamika until my teenage years, which led me to Black Women's Roundtable, which I'm so grateful for. But I want to be that person in my community that other people they can come to if they need help with voting rights, or even if it's just help at home in general. So I feel like that's what really motivates me. Also, being that I have nieces and little cousins that also look up to me, I want to make sure they know that they can also do it too. And I want them to know that it's important for them to vote and for them to speak up. So, yeah.
Go Tamika. Go Tamika.
I forgot to introduce myself earlier. I'm Jakayla Lipsy from Kalamazoo, Michigan. I think what keeps me going is I have two beautiful young children. And my thing is I don't want to be the person that sits by and sees everybody doing the work when I'm the one raising kids. And I want to be a part of the solution. I noticed that, like, in school, first of all, these kids are getting smarter at the youngest age. My daughter, for instance, I have been bringing her to this conference. This is my 7th year coming here. And I've noticed, like, in school, she might not know the old history, but when they ask her about the issues that are going on now, she is, like, over-excelling in that area. Yes, okay? She might be failing the old history, but she is excelling on the history that's happening now. And it's because we're bringing them in these spaces, and they're literally on our hips attached. We have Stephanie in Michigan. So, you know, so it's just being in rooms like this and even bringing girls into spaces like this. Now, I will want to say one thing. We definitely need a BWR juniors for our little kids, our little babies, because everything is being fed into them while we're doing this work. So, yeah.
Yes, that was so good. Ooh. And could you add to like some of the wins that you all have seen, especially in Michigan?
Yes, most definitely. So I was gonna say, what keeps me going? I am a real numbers girl, and I love that Tamika touched on how right after the last presidential race, it was a good 3 to 4 months of like serious depression. Like we were down. We really did not want to do the work anymore. But if we were to go back and look at the stats and look at the data of who all really came out to vote, we were really on the ground. We really came out. We did what we were supposed to do, especially black women, black men, black youth. Even the most recent election in Texas, you know, everybody was cheering for Crockett. Texas tough, and I'm not even in Texas, but I wanted her to win so bad. But when you look at those numbers, they're so close. It's like if we continue to do the work, we're going to surpass. We're going to succeed. We're going to, you know, we're going to see the difference that we're trying to make for sure. And some of the wins that we have had in Michigan, especially in Kalamazoo, with over 70% of our voters, we were able to vote 2 years ago. To allow ranked choice voting to come into play. We are now trying to work on it being a statewide thing, but if we can get our youth to understand how that voting process works, they'll be ready when we do pass that. So, yes,
Until we win, girl.
Until we united, we win, y'all. We gotta keep going.
So for me, winning looks like education, much like Miss Helen Butler said before. When I am able to sit down in a room with somebody that's 19 or 20 years old who has all the audacity, the wonderful audacity that they all have, and they can explain to me what a public service commissioner does and how that affects their mama's water bill and light bill, and can name him and can point to where he works at and say, oh, I can email him, and then explaining it to their friends in Gen Z terms, of course. Oh, that's a win for me. Because if you can understand that, each one teach one. They go back and they tell their friends. They go back and they tell their mama. They go back and they tell their grandma. And that's how things get done. And that's how people are able to show up. So our local town halls, people are showing up. Luckily, we have Cleo Fields, who actually goes back to Baton Rouge every week just to sit with his constituents. He actually does school to Congress pipelines where he goes to the elementary schools and teaches these small children. And being able to hear them perfectly articulate what these niche public servants do is amazing. Because I know when they go home and they talk to their parents about it, their parents are amazed. Then they sit there on Facebook, they get to Googling, and now you wondering, well, what can I do to make my water bill go from $180 back to the $70 it was before y'all decided to build the AI data centers in northern Louisiana? Come on now. Because the babies are going to save us. Our babies are smart, much like Jakayla said. Yes. Oh, my gosh. And they're each one teaching one, and they're even teaching us.
Yes. What I want to say for what keeps me going is everyone in this room. Looking at everybody that looks just like me and knowing that I have people around me that are experiencing the same things, have gone through much worse and are still here, and they fought for where they have to be to today. I was not born in the USA, so my life of coming to America was everybody was gonna be of Caucasian. I didn't know that there were so many people that look just like me, that so many people that are fighting for the opportunities that they've had and they've got to today, that it's not just one, and it's all of us, and that we're all fighting for more, and we're not settling for less.
Yes, another round of applause. So I also want to ask this question, because a lot of times I'm in rooms with people and they ask me, okay, so what are the young people, what they saying, how we gonna win? And it's all these different strategies. Now it's like we have AI and ChatGPT and digital we have all these different things that are at our fingertips. So what are some ways that you can tell some of the audience to support you in the work that you're doing, because you all are connecting the dots with young people? So how can everyone in this room be a resource to the work that you're doing on the ground?
I think guidance is a big part of everything, because as we all get older, we're trying to develop what's gonna be next. And looking back, we have to build off what we already have done to be able to get to the future. Like all the work and resources that they have that they know, they can put it onto us so we can understand what's going on, what's happening, so we can put that towards the younger generation of us, because we're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep reproducing, the world is gonna go on. And if we are not the change that the world needs to be, there is gonna be no change. And that generation is gonna have the same cycle all the time of the bad stuff instead of the good that we need to produce onto them.
Yes, that was good.
I'm gonna take this moment to brag on Miss Katura Butler Reed. I actually met Katura when she was my age. I want to say she was 24. You had to have been 24, and I was like 19, 20. And I always say, you're a mentor. She's like, I'm not a mentor because I'm still young and hot. And I'm like, yes, ma'am, you are young and hot, but you are indeed my mentor. And it goes back to that point of guidance. Not only did she realize what it was that I needed to grow as a woman in leadership, a woman in servicing my community, but she could see where I needed to fill in the gaps logistically, organizationally. I didn't know how to get a grant. I didn't know how to go find money. I didn't know how to open my mouth and say, I need this, or I'm at my max capacity and I actually need your help. Katura showed me how to do that. She's the reason that we had grant money to get here, because of her, I learned how to do those things. So you know that you need money to get wherever you want to go. So if you are a woman who knows how to get to that bag and you are here with your BYV delegates, I do say, show them how to write those grants. Show them how to go seek those things out, because that takes the weight off of your shoulders on footing the bill for them. They could pay their own bills. Like my mama said, oh, you grown? Pay your bills then. But you have to show them how to do it. You can't pay a light bill if you've never seen one before. So, like I said, do what Katura did. She don't have to worry about figuring out grants for us anymore. We know how to go and get them ourselves. So that's a great way to support.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Thank you. Okay. It's all this love fest going on. I love it.
I must say, we do love Katura.
Oh, I love y'all too.
I would say, I know we touched on it last year and even the year before, is filling in the gaps of communication between the generations. I'm a millennial, but they think I'm so old that I'm in my 30s, and I think that's insane. But like the levels of social media and social media platforms and just media platforms in general are different. They're changing. Now it's not just us making posts on Facebook. Now the girlies, they got to put a dance to it, on TikTok or on CapCut and things like that. So we have to keep up with our youth, and we have to have our youth keep up with us, on that aspect, especially with it being more like visual. They need to see it. If they can't see it, then it's just so much harder to make them believe it. So we definitely just got to fill in the gaps on communication and we stay up to date, allow them to teach us while we're teaching them as well.
I would definitely love to ask y'all to just continue to pray for us. As we continue to do the work and we're following behind y'all footsteps, we understanding how hard it is. Also, for us, I would like to remind us and all the young leaders to also breathe. Because sometimes we get wrapped up in what our bosses, they like, yeah, y'all need to get this done. We also need to remember to breathe, because we're the ones that's doing it and living in it in real time too. So, yeah.
I would say just having a listening ear, because as you get older, I know like my mama used to think I didn't know nothing, okay? But like we're saying up here, like we're all learning still, we're all growing, and I just think like just listen to these young ladies, listen to these young adults, because we're going through a lot in this world, and just being open and just guiding them. Just keep doing what y'all doing. How about that?
Yes. Okay, so I'm about to close us out, but I want you all to just think of like a sentence, just like one sentence, not 3 or 4 or 5, just one, to say to some of the 13 and 16 and 17-year-olds as to like how they could keep going, or just something that you wish you knew when you were their age? Quick. 'Cause I know
I would say don't give up.
Stay consistent in who you are.
Yes.
So all my girls and the girlies here, I just want y'all to know that we are advocating for you, we are representing for you, we are here for you, and we need y'all to do the exact same.
Yeah.
My sense would be that you're not alone.
Challenge everybody and everything. Continue to have your audacity, respectfully though.
All right, that was good. Thank you all. Y'all were amazing. I know we gotta get our pictures. Woo! Round of applause.
She survived all she been through. Confident, damn, she lethal. Might I suggest you don't mess with my sis? Ooh, 'cause she comfortable in my skin. Cozy with who I am. Comfortable in my skin. Cozy. Comfortable in my skin. Feet up above your sins. Cozy with who I am. Cozy. Now love me. They hate me because they want me.
I'm dark brown, dark skin, light skin, beige, fluorescent beige. I'm black.
Been down, been up, been broke down, bounce back. Been off, been on, been back. What you know about that? Been the light, been dark, been the truth, been that king, be energy. I've been thick, been fine, still a 10, still here, that's all me. Black love 2D, dance to the soles of my feet. Green eyes, envy me. Paint the world, pink, blue like the soul I crowned. Purple drink and cold tour gowns. Gold fangs and shade God made. Blue, black, white, and brown. Paint the town red like cinnamon. Yellow diamonds, limoncello, glycerin. Rainbow, gelato in the streets. Renaissance, yachting in Capri. Heroes, you survived. All you've been through.
Hello. Can we give our Black Youth Vote? Now I want all the other Black Youth Vote leaders to stand in here, or former, we have alumni too for Black Youth Vote. We got more Black Youth Vote. All of y'all stand. Everybody wasn't up here. All right. And so we're going to move right along. You all right out there? So we're going to move right along. We didn't get to finish our polling. And so we're going to bring up Dr. Ebony Baylor, our Vice President for Policy and Civic Engagement for the National Coalition. And she will introduce our fellows to do the last Mentimeter poll of the summit.
Again, this has been so amazing. Let's give another hand clap for all of our Black Youth Vote coordinators and our intergenerational work, and they're the leaders. Again, we're going to continue the conversation. So again, we are going to have Ms. Alicia Robinson, our Hope and Justice Digital Equity Fellow, come back up and continue the conversation with our poll.
Hi, you guys. How y'all doing? Good. So our first question for the last Mentimeter is going to be, which session of the summit was the most informative and or meaningful to you? So if you guys could just scan that QR code, and then we're going to have some of y'all's responses pop up on the screen. Oh, we see them already. Let's see. Okay. All right. And then the next question was, give a second. Okay, we'll give y'all a second. Y'all can take your time. Yeah, take your time. Take your time. All right, some of the responses from this one. Did you learn something new from the summit? Speakers and panelists was, of course, yes. Some of the favorites were young girls' voices, to be smart about it, that healthcare is essential. So we're going to go on to the next question for our snap poll, which is, what would you like to see incorporated for next year's summit? All right, we got one more, hands-on activities for girls track. Yeah, take your time. You're good. All right, some others are youth panels, longer, more structured breakouts. Let's see. Expanding girls track to 23. Women and young folks on panels together. More information on daily life application. These are good. All right, let's do a couple more. More activity between the panelists and crowd, longer breakout sessions. More meet and greets amongst each other. Let's go ahead to the next question, which is, how are you feeling now? Lit, empowered, inspired, yes, definitely. Got another, empowered, encouraged, energized, motivated, loved, that's a good one, fired up and ready, and grateful. Okay, couple more. All right. Sleepy, yes, yes. Hopeful, seen, heard, and connected, informed, and empowered. Audacious, that's a good one. Supported. Seems like inspired and empowered are the biggest ones for today. All right. Grateful and amazing. All right, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, thank you. And with that, we're going to bring back up our fearless leader, President and CEO, Melanie Campbell.
Can we give Dr. Ebony and Michelle, Alicia, I'm sorry, I was going to call you Campbell, a round of thank you and love. And I love that Mentimeter, y'all. I couldn't figure out how to do it today, though. I couldn't get it to work. So we are done for the day, right? And we ended right at 2:35, which is not too bad. So my understanding is that you all have a break between now and 6 o'clock. Try to get here by 5:45. We want to start at 6, and we really want to try to have a good evening, but not a long evening. So you still have a few more time to engage with each other. We do need some volunteers for the Hour of Power. So if you could stay behind, if you would like to be a part of our Hour of Power tomorrow morning, please step aside if you can sing, or we do need that. So just stay behind. Now, is Tanya still in here? Okay. Acacia, are you all staying here, or is it? Okay, and so the girls themselves, and then also for those who have girls that are in the girls track, we do need to meet for a huddle a few minutes with the conveners or the persons responsible for your girls, just for a few minutes. And so I think the marketplace will go until 5 o'clock. Okay, I just let them know that it goes to 5 o'clock. Yeah. Okay, it goes until 5 o'clock, correct? Okay, so you have now to then to 5 o'clock. So 5:45, two things. One, girls staying here. Conveners that have girls in your delegation that are part of the girls track, we really do need to talk. And third thing, if you want to volunteer to be a part of the Hour of Power tomorrow, we do need some help. Have I left anything out? Okay. Someone lost their glasses. Let me see. And they'll be at the registration, but let me just show them what it is. What is it? Someone lost your glasses. You look like you're reading glasses. It'll be at the registration desk. Tanya, anything? Okay, sales are going on in the marketplace. Say sales. All right. And we'll thank our team again, but please go up to the National Coalition team and the production team and the camera crew and all those folks that are behind the scenes making this thing work tonight. So we will see you tonight.